celebrate the 4th of July, I'm taking one of my favorite flowers, the Loopy flower bow, and we're going to make it festive for the 4th of July. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to cut out your ribbon. So here I've got the blue, white Swiss dot ribbon. This one you're going to cut out 3 pieces to 3 inches. And then the same color grosgrain ribbon without the dots, you're going to cut 3 pieces to 2 inches, and then 3 pieces to 1.5 inches. And then we've got 3 red grosgrain pieces of ribbon. You're going to cut 5, and then of the white you're going to cut 5 at 2 inches, and then the red again cut 5 at 1.5 inches. And so you can cut those all out and then make sure that you seal your ends, and then we're going to start putting together our flower. So take your needle and your thread, make sure that you've got a good knot in the end of your thread, and then we're going to start with the blue white Swiss dot ribbon and the longer piece, the 3-inch piece. And then we're going to place the needle through the printed side. And then take our next biggest piece, the 2 inches, and place that on. And then the smallest piece, the 1.5 inch, and put it on. And then we're just going to loop this around. Loop that one around. And finally, our last one, our last piece, loop it around. And that's how it's going to look. And then we're just going to finish up the blue pieces. So do the same exact thing with the rest of your blue pieces. So this mimics the stars of the flag. And now we're going to do the stripes. So you can pull it off, that's fine. It will come apart a little bit, but we'll just squinch it back together later. So for the stripes, we're gonna do the biggest piece, the 3-inch piece. Then the next biggest is the white. And then the next biggest is the red. And then the same thing, we're just gonna pull the loops on. And that will look like that. And so we've got 4 more pieces. So go ahead and string those on, and then we'll finish up the flower. So we've got all of our ribbon onto our thread. I'm just going to pull it all the way through until it gets to the knot. And then I take my needle and thread and I go through the first couple and pull it through. And that way it kind of pulls it together. So if you can see that. And then another way you can do it is you can just tie a knot into the end of the red one right here. And then once that's tied off, you can glue them together. But I just like, this just keeps the ribbons all together really well. So that's just another way to do it. And then just take a couple knots or take a couple stitches. And once you've taken a couple stitches, you can tie a knot. If you can see that, right there, that's that knot. And then if you need to, go back and you can just hot glue any of the pieces more securely. That finishes the flower, making of the flower. And now we're going to add it to a clip. So now let's add the gem to the center of our bow. So just taking the back of your gem and then place it right in the center. And then we're just going to add our bow onto our clip. So I'll just line the clip with a thin layer of hot glue. And then find how I want the flower to be and then place it on. Generally you'll want these two loops to be coming out like this, with the middle of the clip coming through the center of those two loops. And then of course make sure that the center of this flower is on the clip, and then just press down lightly to make sure that that's all secure. And that's it, and that finishes our super cute 4th of July loopy flower bow.